wish to our late freedom fighter. He has done a lot for our country's independence, and we wish he was here with us today, but unfortunately, life had other plans for him. But I would really like to send out a birthday wish to him, and to his family, and to his kids, and to his wife.
What do I miss about our president is the fact that he was a people's person. He was for the people, he's for the nation. Happy birthday to him, our late president, and I hope he's resting in peace.
I'd just like to say happy birthday to our late president.
Actually, what I miss most about our late president is Harambe and the word that he actually says, Omake. That's what I miss. And all I have to say is that happy birthday in heaven.
I miss the jokes, saying August is a year and not a month, as well as his initiatives, improving our education system and so on.
What I really like about our late president, Dr. Geingob, is that he offered us with Harambe, and he was a very good president, and happy birthday to him.
He was a good leader, and I really miss him.
Those were the birthday wishes from various Namibian citizens as they wish the late President Dr. Geingob a happy birthday in heaven, they say. Now, the late President Dr. Geingob dedicated his life to liberating his country and serving the people of Namibia until the day he took his last breath as he served as the third president of Namibia from 2015 until his death on the 4th of February 2024. As we now mark 6 months since the passing of Dr. Geingob, and with his first birthday on the 3rd of August, that is tomorrow, we want to express our deepest condolences and admiration for the legacy that he has left behind. We are now joined by the late president's daughter, that is Nangula Geingos. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, our heartfelt condolences. We are truly, truly sorry for your loss. I know it's one that is of the nation as well, but one can only imagine what you are going through as family.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, we appreciate that you took our time to join us this morning, even though it might be difficult to have this discussion with us.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, looking at the past 6 months, I'm sure they were not easy. How have you been coping?
Well, our best coping mechanism has been to be closer as a family than ever before. So we haven't been fighting. Our family chat group is vibrant. We are checking in on each other, keeping everybody informed on what we're up to and how we're feeling. And then, of course, as a Christian household, we're relying on our spiritual leaders and other members of our churches that are praying for us and coming through. It's a combination of all of these things, really.
Yeah. Your father was a national leader, of course, so I'm sure you're privy to him appearing before the public and the thoughts of others as well because of the status that he held. But given the last 6 months, what do you think his legacy is now for you? Perhaps has it changed at all from what it was when he was alive to what it is, given the descriptions of those who are expressing their heartfelt losses because of his passing?
I think we never envisioned it to play out in this way. We always thought he would make it to retirement, and then we could, with him, kind of sort of chart what we want his legacy to look like. But of course, God had other plans. So I think the biggest thing we are noticing, it's bittersweet, because I think usually a person's work is rewarded when the job is done. But since Dad didn't get that chance, it almost feels as though he probably didn't know just how much he was appreciated and how he was respected. And we as his family, of course, can see that. And so for us, we can see that his legacy is alive and well. But that is it's a bittersweet moment for us as well.
Yeah, one can really only imagine. We just watched the views of some citizens expressing their birthday wishes to the late president. And one of the messages that I picked up is them really just reciting some of his very famous words and sayings like Harambe. He also coined August as a year, for example. What What do you think are the most memorable moments of his term as a president?
I would probably speak of the Green Hydrogen Project, of course. Just the meticulous way he went about formulating a strong team with the right people from various backgrounds, and the processes by which he undertook in order to make sure that the project is at the level it is, a consequential prospect for Namibia and its people. And then maybe secondly, I would speak of the balanced, the compassionate, and the proactive way he responded to the global COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, it is prohibited. I mean, but we know that he had sleepless nights, and he asked a lot of his ministers and the team in terms of informing the nation, being transparent, considering the businesses of people, considering the health primarily of people, and every death really, really touched him. So I would say those are the two things that stand out.
For us as citizens, we wouldn't know that our president is having sleepless nights, of course, trying to keep his nation safe. So what would you then say was a typical day for him like at home?
A typical day at home when he gets off from work, which would normally be around 7 p.m., he would literally work from like 8 to 7 p.m. most days.
Okay.
And so he would like for us to gather at home because he would like to see us face to face just to gauge, are we really okay? And that would usually be around the dinner table. But you must know that we were watching news, that's his favorite, watching sports, his other favorite. And his favorite television station, of course, is NBC. He literally watched every single program you offered, even Watagwan, he watched it all. So if you wanted to hang out with him, you would probably have to watch TV with him. He also enjoyed walks, taking long walks afterwards. And then make fun of us for not being as fit as he was. So, those type of things, the simple things. We normally had to stay at home a lot.
Yeah,
so.
We're seeing the visuals of him and the third First Lady of the Republic on screen now, if you can just take a look. And that is them taking a walk in Swakopmund.
Yes.
And that was really rare because he just always wanted to be one with the people.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So that is the man that you knew as your father.
And I love the way the nation now calls him the People's President.
Yeah.
There isn't a better title for him, more befitting.
Yeah.
People's President. Yeah.
What would you then say were the most, or is the most challenging part, that you have experienced during the 6 months of his loss?
I would say because he was such a larger-than-life kind of person and a big public figure, it's like sometimes I can be scrolling through TikTok and I'll start hearing his voice, or I'll be driving and I see a billboard with his picture on it, or go through a pharmacy and he's like right there in front of me looking at me. So that's been challenging, knowing that his presence is still felt everywhere, but I know he's gone. I think that's been the biggest challenge.
Yeah. And speak to us about some of the principles, that he lived, that you would want to continue in your own life, perhaps, and also pass on to his grandchildren.
Absolutely. I think he was always very vocal about it, his stance against tribalism. And I'm beginning to feel like as a nation we might be growing in the wrong direction. I think I would want to do my part to make sure that my children grow up knowing that it's absolutely abhorrent. And he loved every single Namibian from all different walks, all the regions, every language they spoke. And that's the strength of the Namibian people, to be unified beyond tribe, beyond race, beyond age, beyond gender. And I just really wanted to stress the fact that if you want to think of his legacy, it's how he wanted a united Namibia.
Unity and nobody being left out of the house, right? The Namibian house.
Exactly.
All right. As I've indicated, and of course what has necessitated this conversation is his birthday. He would have turned 83 on Earth, but he will be turning 83, of course, that is in heaven tomorrow. And on Sunday marks exactly 6 months since his passing. Yeah, the Namibian government will be naming the road towards the Hosea Kutako International Airport after him tomorrow. What moments and events of this kind, how do they make you feel, and what do they mean for you?
I feel an immense sense of pride, appreciation to the government, to all the relevant stakeholders that are making this day possible. I usually use this phrase like another proud Namibian moment.
Yeah.
So this is just another proud Namibian moment, really.
How will the family be celebrating his birthday tomorrow?
We will be fully participating in all the official ceremonies. And then after that, we're going to gather like as a family at home and eat some cake. He loved cake on his birthday.
Yeah.
It was the only time he would eat cake.
Okay, because my next question was going to be what a typical birthday would look like for him. Because we know he's one of that loves celebrations. We've seen that.
Loves it.
And you've also said that in the beginning of our conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he was around, what would tomorrow have been like actually for the family?
Number one, he used to like to turn the age around.
Okay.
So he would have told everybody that he's turning 38 tomorrow.
Okay.
And really just want to be around his family, his wife. She would organize something for him as a surprise. The Swapo Party Youth League would come and sing for him in the morning. And yeah, just really enjoying himself. Yeah, he really would. And dance, maybe.
And dance. Do you dance yourself?
Of course.
Okay.
It's in the blood.
I can imagine.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah. Nangula, we really appreciate that you came to share this moment with us. We truly also appreciate that you shared your father with us and you held a safe space for us as the nation. We felt it during the messages that you have shared. And one is cannot say sorry enough. But we are with you, the nation is with you, and we wish you all the strength.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. And thank you to the Namibian people. They've been wonderful. I couldn't have asked for a better country to belong to.
Well, that was the daughter of the late President, Dr. Geingob, that is Nangula Geingos, just talking to us about the legacy that her father, our president, has left behind as he turns 83 tomorrow in heaven.